Have you ever wondered how to control emotional eating for faster weight loss? Well, you're in the right place. I'm Cristy Code Red, author, entrepreneur, retired professional boxer, and I created a nutrition program that enables people to lose 10% of their body weight every month without shakes, pills, diet foods, or exercise. And I have met plenty of people who struggle with emotional eating, including myself. In fact, pretty much everybody that I meet has some sort of emotional eating hang-up that they need to deal with. The first thing we'll cover is the easiest way to prevent emotional eating. Then we'll talk about one technique to prevent emotional eating once you're triggered. And last, we'll cover who to lean on when you feel like emotional eating. The first step, job one, is something that most people don't even think about, which blows my mind. I don't know how they can lose weight without doing this one step, and that is cleaning out your cupboard. Listen, you've heard me say this before. This isn't the first time, it ain't gonna be the last time, that recovering drug addicts do not keep drugs in their pantry. So recovering sugar addicts, we don't keep sugar in our houses. And the people that I see struggling so much with emotional eating are the people that have it right here at their fingertips. That's not gonna work. Look, you look in my house, I am not gonna have any sugar in there. You cannot find sugar or crap carbs in my house. Even my husband, who isn't all the way code red, he might have something, but he has it hidden in his office where I can't find it. You've gotta clean out your cupboards. That is job one. One of the biggest rules of the Code Red lifestyle is you don't keep sugar in your house ever. And you might be thinking, well, my 5-year-old granddaughter is having a birthday party. I'm gonna make her cupcakes. Okay, whatever, that's fine. If you wanna make your 5-year-old granddaughter cupcakes, do it. When it comes to sugar in your house, the rule is that the sugar needs to leave at the end of the birthday party or whatever you've got going on. You either need to give them to your neighbor, John, or you need to send them with the last birthday child, or they go in the garbage, or you take them to the homeless shelter. Whatever you do with them, they cannot stay in your house, because I am telling you, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when you will get into them, because you'll walk by 40 times. You won't touch those cupcakes. And then what you'll say is, wow, look at me. I was so good. I walked by 40 times. I didn't eat any of those. I'm going to reward myself with a taste of a cupcake. True story. That's exactly, psychologically, that's what you do. And so what you're going to do is you're just going to take the frosting on your finger and you're going to go like this. And then you're going to say, oh, maybe I'll just eat the frosting. And then you're going to say, I'm just going to eat the top. And then you're going to say, screw it. I've already screwed up my diet. I'm just going to go ahead and have the rest of them. So now they're gone. Everybody does this, including myself. I'm no different than you. I don't keep sugar in my house. Your willpower wanes. It wears down as the day goes on. Everybody is really good in the morning. Oh, we all have a healthy breakfast, but you come home from work, kids are driving you crazy, you just had an argument with your spouse, you're exhausted, you're probably thirsty, and you're tired. And that's when you break down. That's when you're gonna give in. That's when you're gonna go right for that sugar. So if there is no Captain Crunch in your cupboards, you will not have anything to go to if you are feeling triggered. And speaking of triggers, you need to know what your triggers are. Look, we're all different. You want to know what my triggers are? I'll tell you exactly what they are. Taxes. Taxes. Like running Code Red is not cheap, and I pay a lot in taxes. And when it comes time to have a meeting with my accountant or my tax attorney, I can feel myself getting triggered. I can feel the anxiety come up. I can feel the craving for the sugar or the craving for the food or the need to want to fill that anxiety and treat that anxiety with food. Because what happens is we go and we start eating a bunch of food, and what it does is it fills us so full that it makes our stomach hurt, and it temporarily takes our mind off of what we're really upset about. Who knows? It could be whatever is going on with you. I know what it is for me. I know when I have to fire an employee, I get triggered. I know, again, taxes, that's a problem for me. So what I do when I know I've got a meeting with my tax attorney and I know I'm gonna have to write a 6-figure check for taxes, then I make sure I am out of the house. Maybe I go sit in my car. Maybe I go down to the coffee shop. I make sure that my husband's home and he can kind of keep an eye on me to make sure I'm not going dealing with that anxiety with food. I put safeguards in place to prevent the emotional eating. but knowing your triggers is job one. If your mother-in-law upsets you and triggers you, then meet your mother-in-law at a location so she can see the grandkids, at a controlled location. Meet her at a park. There's no food, there's no sugar at a park. Meet her somewhere that you can control the situation. But understanding your triggers is the first thing we can do. Knowing what gets you fired up and sad and anxious and upset and angry, you got to find that out first. Because once you know those things, you can take steps to prevent the emotional eating. It's so important that you have a support system in place, so you have someone to lean on. Our certified coaches coach 20 hours a day, 7 days a week. We don't take days off. And our customer service team, we're here for you. If you're crying in the parking lot of Haagen-Dazs because you really want to go in and get some cookie dough ice cream, you got to have someone to call. You got to have someone to lean on. You got to have someone to talk you off that ledge. Nobody's in this alone. Did you know that data and research have indicated that community is the number one biggest factor when it comes to losing your weight and keeping it off? What kind of support system do you have? You need to have that support group. You know, for a lot of us, we can't escape the reality of emotional eating, and it's going to happen. The best thing you can do is be prepared for it and handle it the best way that you know how. But you can't do that unless you have the tools. We talk about emotional issues extensively on the 10-Pound Takedown Challenge, so it would be a good idea, especially if you struggle with this, to get into the next challenge. We have them every month, and you can lose 10 pounds without shakes, pills, diet foods, or even exercise. I would love to see you on the next challenge, so click the link below. I'll see you soon.